Hey everybody, welcome back. From the ashes have grown a confidence the likes of which I never thought I'd ever achieve. Can I tell you that in my head now, I'm like, let's keep it rolling on this true ending stuff. I'm kind of like, I'm in the vibe, you know? 1NS7 VOT. I'm like in the vibe right now. I'm not, like, let's not let, it's the natural cycle, right? You're like, I'm bad at the game. Yo, this is a potentially amazing item. You're like, oh, I'm bad at the game. Then, that enforces good habits as you try to get better. Those good habits lead you to getting some extra confidence. Inevitably, this leads you to start playing worse as you believe, wow, no matter what I do, I always win. So what we're gonna try to do is take the good, but without having to pay the price of the bad, and avoid the cyclical nature of overconfidence in the Binding of Isaac, repentance. That's the play, I think, if we can make it happen. Dirty Mind, great item, like no sweat on that. How do we do this? So if we're trying to do true, let's look at our other outs as well, because we don't just have to do true ending. If there's other stuff on the list, like this is one of my favorite tainted characters, so I'm sure we've done most of it. Yeah, it's literally like chest and true ending, so they're kind of like at odds with one another. Yeah, we've done Mega Satan. Alt ending we've done. Okay. Well, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna worry too much about like decision paralysis here. Dude, I love red stew. It's a little early, but we could make a go of it if we got super lucky, maybe. And like if we really milled this floor. Which, okay, now that that's done, I guess we'll look for our secret room, and we got like a dime in there. There's always a chance, suppose. 2 bombs now. We definitely would need the nickel, and then we would need you to pay out outrageously, which you did not do. I'm not mad, but Donation Machine's been pretty quiet since the last few episodes have come out, but I think we did our part there. So, Super Lilith, true ending. How does one do this? I think you stack HP. We haven't had that option in a while. If you stack HP, I mean, if you wanted, you could go to the Eddie room, of course. I know I haven't been great about articulating this. Who cares? Actually, it does hurt us. We are shooting a little bit less often, but our shots do so much damage, it's not as catastrophic, but it'll take us a minute to get back to normal from that one. I think vasculitis can be really good for us as well, not as a condition, but, you know, as an item here. I've been trying to articulate it. I think that the alt path is the hardest thing in the game. Maybe Delirium's still harder, but like the alt path has so much leading up to it, and Delirium, oftentimes you just kind of end up going there like by accident, you know? That's exactly what I was looking for, thank you. So you could have like an amazing run, and then it gets really difficult right at the end with Delirium, but you're like, I don't really care, because, you know, I never had to pay a cost in order to get these amazing items. Like, I'm just kind of crushing it to begin with. That's how I feel about the alt path, is that you basically pay a progressive price as time goes on because the floor is so difficult. True ending is a little easier to get to, but because of the fact that it you get to it so much faster than the other paths, you know, because you only do 6 floors and then you go back up through it. I actually think like it's uniquely sort of difficult as well. You know, you have less opportunity to get super strong and overpowered to get there. Now, it helps, you know, when you get a game-winning trinket, just randomly after you know, go home, like we did on our last run. Or alternatively, it also helps, you know, when you get, you might as well just pick it up right now. You can't really cheese these too much anymore. I think you go both. And it's spooky, don't get me wrong, but I think you go both. And let's play around a little bit. Let's go to our deal with the, or let's go to our curse room now too. And now that we can fly, I mean, we might as well at least look. I honestly am not sweating that. But, yeah, basically, like, long story short, you don't have as much time to get things done. If you don't have as much time to get things done, and to get strong and get great items and stuff like that, then obviously, you know, you're gonna, on average, be weaker by the time you get there. We're gonna be walking again, because I am a fool. But yeah, you're gonna be weaker by the time you get there, and then probably less likely to succeed. So now that I've bummed myself out and I feel like I have no chance of winning, that's when we have to commit and all of a sudden be like super, like, now we got it, because we'll start reinforcing our good habits again. I hope, anyway. Alright. How am I doing? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. It is it's a Friday. Fridays now have meaning for me again. It's, I'm not saying this to, like, you know, seed nice comments, by the way. But especially, like, you know, because I see it live on, like, the Twitch side and stuff like that. Seeing comments like, wow, like, the streams have had a really good energy the past couple of weeks. Like, it's been a pleasure to watch. You know, is very nice to hear for the obvious reason of, like, I'm happy people are enjoying the content. But then it's also very nice to hear, wow. What an insult. Dude, that's kind of amazing. We also, like, don't want this much HP, but it's amazing that we have the option. But it reinforces that decision that, like, who would have thought, like, a 2-day weekend is a positive thing? And maybe it's better. Like, you don't even notice it, like, it kind of sneaks up on you, right? Like, you just sort of, you know, maybe you find yourself getting grumpier and grumpier, and then you're like, oh, of course, you know, yeah, thanks for calling attention to the fact that I got grumpier. You'd be grumpy, too, if you, for some reason, felt compelled to play, like, 1 extra hour of video games every day. You know, like, it falls apart once you put it into perspective like that. But, I agree, actually, and especially, like, this week, I had some reason to be grumpy, you know? I was, like, very busy, not just with work stuff, but also kind of, well, I mean, like, with the domestic stuff at home, but then on top of that, also, you know, suffering, and I use the term suffering, like, very lightly, but affected by dose 1 of the vaccine, which actually got me pretty good, and I was feeling a little bit under the weather for sure. And even still, people were like, wow, he had like a smile on his face for a lot of this week. That's unusual. And I'm like, dude, this is the power of the 2-day weekend right there. Again, who would have thought? So it's nice to hear, but thank you. But yeah, Fridays are, they have meaning for me now. Looking forward to this weekend. Have some family time. Kate's got her first dose, so, you know, take her to the vaccination clinic and be ready to help in the need for convalescence if necessary. I know, and I would never root for my wife to feel ill from a vaccine, right? Even if that is a sign that it's working. But I already know how it's gonna go. I was a little under the weather from the vaccine. Inevitably, Kate's gonna not feel any side effects at all, and then for the rest of my life, I'm gonna appear to be a weakling. You know that classic tweet that's like, you know, me sending my friends, or telling my friends by text that I'm, like, trapped on a desert island, and then my friends recalling the time that I misspelled the Grinch. Oh, is the Grink there? It'll be like, I'll be like 75 years old, and I'll be like, oh, I just broke my hip, and she'll be like, oh, is it as bad as the Pfizer dose 1? And I'll be like, ah, good one, though. Like, that's, you know, memories from the corners of, are the colors of my mind, misty water-colored memories. Interesting choices, right? It's tough. Well, you know what? It's not actually tough to commit to paying 30 cents for more options if we can afford it. We have so few item rooms, because, well, proportionally fewer item opportunities. I shouldn't say item rooms, because that's factually incorrect. But we have less opportunities to get items, so having a greater choice would help us out a lot. That being said, we're also not going to get 30 cents, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Turns out it's kind of academic. Not that we're complaining, I mean, we're ripping it up here. Okay, let's head down to the next floor. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm just excited to have a couple of days off. It's always nice. Excited to have Black Candle for some curse immunity. It's always nice. 75% chance of a deal with the devil. I don't have any other anecdotes. I wish I did. Oh my god, the anecdotes. You just wait, man. You just wait until Dose 2 hits, which has recently been moved up for British Columbia, so it might be like in the end of July instead of the end of September. Oh my god, the anecdotes are gonna blow you away. My god. Hey, you know, we were on a patio recently eating dinner. Oh man, people are gonna be like, I've been waiting 1.5 years for this one. And then the server said, hey, mister, can I get you another fat tug? And I said, no. Yes. I do have a bit that's been percolating throughout my brain. And I think it's really hilarious, but I don't want to say it because I think if you say it wrong, people are not going to get offended, but it'll lessen the power of what could be a 10 out of 10 joke. But let's workshop it in Isaac, okay? So, on Reddit, you know, there's a variety of different subreddits, okay? You know, you got stuff for hobbies, like, you know, guitar pedals and woodworking and, you know, investing and stuff like that. It's also intermingled with, like, these not safe for work subreddits. I gotta say, like, you know, the funniest not safe for work subreddit I've ever seen is one called r/gentleman BONERS. And what it is it's like, you know, classy photos of celebrities. Not like those other guys out there that are, you know, looking for gratification from photos of, like, you know, naked ladies or something like that. This is just for photos of, like, classier photos, like glamour shoots and stuff like that. But I always wonder, like, I guess the celebrities probably don't care, but don't you think it gives off, like, a weird vibe that, you know, the people that go to this subreddit are like, oh yeah, like, don't worry, okay? I'm still gonna be looking at photos of you for the purposes of gratification. But don't worry, it's not a photo of you, like, designed for that or anything. It's just a photo of when you got, like, dressed up really nice for the red carpet premiere of Jumanji. See, like, there's the punchline, because the meat and potatoes, I'll be the joke explainer, is that for the subreddit, to the best of my knowledge, has delineated itself as like, hey, we're not like those other not safe for work subreddits. Ew, gross. Instead of deriving some pleasure from content made for that purpose, we're gonna get it from a photo where you were just given a red carpet interview. It seems like way creepier to me. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Doesn't it seem like maybe a little creepier to you as well? That, like, instead of, hey, there's material made for this purpose, but no, that's beneath me. Instead, what about this interview that you gave on Good Morning America? By the way, don't debase yourself. It's beneath you. Sounds like you know a lot about this subreddit, NL. It's the oldest joke in the world, you know? Like, whenever somebody... It's a joke, it's beneath you. I'm not trying to defend myself here. I'm just saying it's beneath you to be like, oh, your internet's going slow? Is it because you're downloading so much adult material? Like, we get it, you know? You can't come up with an original joke, so you gotta use one from, like, 1996 that you've heard on the IT crowd 75 times. Let my joke have its due day on the catwalk, okay? I think there's something to it. It's way weirder to me. Like, you know, if a person out there wants to have a little self-love time, doesn't bother me. If they're doing it to, like, the news, that's where I start to be like, I mean, you know, do whatever you want to do, but that's not what it's there for. I feel bad for the news anchor, but especially then the secondary part of the joke for me is the idea that These the people that go to this community feel like elevated because they're like, I'm not like other guys. I pleasure myself to HGTV, not any of that gross stuff. Okay, we literally just can't make that work. Take me out of here. We're getting close to the end of the accumulation phase here. I can already if that joke was on Twitch, we hit some -2s and some haha cringes for a bit, but then we brought it back. We had some +2s with the HGTV bit at the end. I can live with that. I'm telling you, it needs some punching up, you know? Nobody gets up and, you know, for stand-up comedy, they're like, hey, it's the first time I'm telling this joke, you know? It's all meticulously rehearsed in, you know, Midwestern cities before they take it to the coast. Sorry, but it's the truth. Hey, yeah, get out of there. Guppy. Relax. Dude, that relax actually has a purpose now. Now that you get dirty mind every third run. Bad trip? I don't care. Don't care. So what I am hoping for, at some point on this run, we are actually, like, pretty weak. That's a problem. That's not great, unfortunately. I'm also hoping for, like, maybe... I think this is the floor where membership card's gonna pop. Let me put it that way. We got 55 cents. I have no idea why that money came to us, but I'll take it. Maybe the poop has some kind of effect there. I have no idea. A library. Okay, now we're cruising, man. Now we're frickin' talking. So of these, we don't need all of them. You're gonna get Book of Sin, use it. You're gonna get Book of Revelations, that's gonna be a keep. You're gonna get Book of Secrets because it's free. There's your bookworm play, and then you're gonna stat up the other items. Mostly got luck out of that. Actually, a pretty sizable amount of tears as well. So there's some greatness to be had there. Can I say Humbling Bundle plus or Contract from Below? No, that's Humbling Bundle, right? Yeah, Humbling Bundle plus Petrified Poop has done some amazing work for us. I'm feeling pretty solid. This is, in my opinion, though, this is kind of the floor where it's gotta pop. We do have one more floor after this, but you know, we're starting to run in the wall of limited supply pretty soon. So this would be very nice. I'll take it. Because, you know, we're likely to get the mom transformation when you consider the fact that we also have a guaranteed mom item at home. Then you also have to remember that the mom transformation is almost worth nothing. I don't, like, set out to give hot takes or something like that. Like, I've played this game enough. These are just my beliefs at this point. We should buy Keeper Sack first. If you disagree with me, it's fine. You know, I defend to the death your right to say it. We definitely want ceremonial robes. I didn't even know we could buy a bone heart, but it is stats. Doesn't that might make our poops do double damage, but I'm kind of happy with where we stand. Buy that just to fill out the bone heart. We should buy more on this floor. Just because we don't know if we're gonna get another shop. You know, this could be our final shop when you consider... At this point, we probably do want Friendship Necklace. If it makes our poops do double damage. Or if it makes our Lilith baby do double damage. Yeah. It makes the shots like twice as big, it looks like. We didn't get our deal with the devil here. That's okay. That's fine. We're not sweating it. Take me down to the next floor and just don't forget about... What was I gonna not forget about? Oh, don't forget about the Fool card down here. Yeah. But okay, I wouldn't say we popped off, but... We're not feeling too bad. Or does Friendship Necklace give you homing on your shots? I never know, man. I never know. But Keeper's Elbow was really like the engine for us here. And what we could use more than just about anything else is... I forgot. Oh, tears. It's weird. You might think there's brainworms there, but... and for all I know, there might be. we'll get that handled when I get my glasses checked after the pandemic, too. Been wearing... Anyone else out there stuck in, like, pandemic astigmatism? It's not a real thing as, you know, denoted in the New England Journal of Medicine or anything like that, but, you know, you normally get your glasses changed, like, once every 2 years. I got my last glasses changed in, like, February 2019. I'm feeling the burn, man. Like, my vision's still clear, but definitely getting to the point where, like, traffic lights are getting a little, like... It's hard to describe to people who, like, don't have, like, vision issues. They're getting a little fuzzy. Not fuzzy like I can't see them, but fuzzy like, you know, a green light has, like, little, like, pillars of light coming off of it as well. I'm in need of a new prescription. As soon as that dose 2 hits, I'm gonna be like, wake up, wake up. It's the 1st of the month. Go to the Lens Crafters. Wake up, wake up. And I'm gonna see everybody. Body. I'm gonna see everybody. Living in a crisp world. You know, it's 2 different Bone Thugs songs, but okay, you should be paying attention here because we need to find. Whatever. Who cares? We need to find our skull, our tinted skull. Apple, I think, is pretty good. It appears to be a tiers upgrade. No greed is all I ask. No greed on this one. Let's go. Okay. We pretty much want to buy it out for stats no matter what. Relic is pretty solid. PokeGo is free. Well, not free, but cheap, and it gives us stats. Yera is usually pretty good. I don't know when we'd want to use it. To be honest, now that I think about it, usually use it on the streamer room. I guess what I'll do is I'll double up here. Always like a speed upgrade, especially when it also comes with a damage upgrade. Now, Book of Revelations is actually, like, it's tight. I almost find myself, and we're just buying for stats right now, but I almost find myself wanting to, maybe take Jar of Flies with me. It's a really nice damage dealer. But then I'm thinking, and I'm like, be sensible. Is damage really our problem? And I think the answer is absolutely not. Death? Justice. Justice is always useful right now. I feel like a death card could be more... it's not useful for us immediately. Well, I mean, it literally is, I guess. But it's not something we really find ourselves feeling like we need to save in order to, you know, fight the boss better. Do I think that we could beat Dogma and Cuphead, who might be the same boss? The jury's still out. Do I think that we could beat Dogma Cuphead with our current permutation? Yeah, I do. I don't know that I would bet the farm on it, but I do think it's plausible. It's a pretty solid run. I think it got better fast once we got Keeper's Elbow. We liquidated pretty much all of our money, and we have 12 damage, which is amazing. Sorry, I'm not leaving the skull behind. I just needed to make sure I found it. Yeah, like I certainly think that there's a case to be made that we could do it just based on the raw damage that we got here. In fact, I think I'm trying to find a reason why it wouldn't work, which is not a habit we should get into. I'm gonna take one. I don't think Little Delirium is that good, but I think that it's a nice balance for like where we're at HP wise here. Like I don't think we're gonna always fill up these heart containers, and on top of that, like we have Book of Revelations that we can use to fill up with spirit hearts a little bit more. Headless Baby, just like literally, I feel like it provides us with no value. Once we start going home, like I mean, it doesn't do any damage to Dogma, really. It shouldn't do any damage to Cuphead, I think. Like, or maybe it would actually do a lot of damage to Cuphead once we started getting chased. I don't know. Remember, we do have a shop on this floor. Maybe shouldn't have liquidated, like, literally all of my money on the last floor, but... This is a really strong run. I'm facing, you know, the idea right now. I hate this room. I'm facing the idea right now that I may well possess the ability to get a streak of 3 true ending, which is kind of amazing to me. I know what I have to do. It just annoys me that I have to do it. There's probably like a better way. But I don't know. Is that the oh, the switch play, the switch play. All he had to do was, you know, 17-part pros. No, I mean, I can't gaslight the pot play. I mean, I was just knee deep in the banter sauce. Well, okay, you know, this makes it. Oh no, we still get membership card here. That's, dude, membership card to give you a shop when previously you would only have greed is pretty solid. I think we should start with this. I think you save per throw, if possible. It might not be possible. But if possible, I think you save per throw for, well, this item room, if this item room is garbage. Alternatively, imagine if you could use it to reroll and then get mom's knife at home. Something that I have been telling people is a real thing, but it has never happened in my content, and as a result, people are justifiably somewhat like, I don't know about that. Okay, the real run begins right about now. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna per throw this immediately. that's pretty solid, maybe, but maybe we'll get another per throw at some point. You know, I hope that it could come to pass, but I certainly do not feel any negativity about this run right now. I feel like we will probably go to the true ending. When we get to those bosses, I believe we will have full HP.
Just get over it.
The mother of all short squeezes is in, honey. Okay, hold on. We don't need to make that joke every time. Alternatively, we totally could. Ah! Deserved. Okay, stop walking into things. How does that sound? Well, I really think like this run right now, if I'm being sincere, and I endeavor to be, I think it just comes down to skill. If we play well against the endgame bosses and on the way to the endgame bosses, we should have a very realistic chance of winning this run. I certainly don't see like any headwinds that would really slow us down. You know, we've got great damage for sure. That hurts, but we also have great resiliency. You know, we have the Relic, we have Book of Revelations, we have Lil Chad. Let me put it this way. If Little Chad ends up being useless for us, that's how you know that this run has already won. What? Did you see the razor blade in there? What the heck was going on with that, man? Oh, that was from the apple. I was like, I don't know. We must be PokeGo gave us a familiar that shoots the razor blade. Anyway, you know, I'm not a clever man. I never meant to do those things to you. Now I got to say before I go. You ever listen to The Reason by Hoobastank? Imagine if Hootie and the Blowfish and Outcast Stankonia had a baby. That would be Huda. There's a joke here somewhere. Just give me a second, okay? Ms. Jackson. I only want to be with you. Sorry, I'm not. I didn't bring my best this morning, okay? I'm getting myself primed for the boss fight here. I apologize. Sometimes when you bomb like that, it's funnier for the audience. That's the only reason I do it. When you bomb like this, you don't have to fight that guy, which is a dream come true because he's a frickin' nightmare. Dude, our actual shots are doing some pretty serious damage as well. Would you look at that? I feel like Relic has been nerfed into oblivion. Is it like once every 10 rooms or something like that? There's like some concentrated like buffs, debuffs in this game, right? Like a lot of great defensive and offensive items got debuffed, but also enemies got harder. I'm not complaining. I think that the balance of difficulty in the game is like maybe in the best place it's ever been in. Certainly a lot better than in Afterbirth Plus, where you won 98% of the time and only lost runs where you literally got no good items by the time you got to the end of the game. Like that was, let's not call it misery, that's a little much, but it was not the strongest point of the game's enjoyment. That being said, I feel like some of the nerfs, I'm not complaining, this would be a great time to get a good card. I'm not complaining, but some of the nerfs, you're like, okay, the Relic was too good. Now we gotta make it worse. But then enemies are much harder, so you lose more HP. So actually, I think it was kind of... The Relic was already nerfed by the fact that there were such tough enemies, you know? Or the game is tougher now. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, it's a very quick run. We got a chance to build some super serious momentum here. I mean, like, we did have to do this, right? Like, that's probably the wrong time to be checking. Mom's box of trinkets. Give us the mom transformation. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Increased stat effects. I sleep. Okay. Very important for me. We don't throw our lives away, okay? We tap shoot, we're doing awesome damage. But we don't throw our lives away for no reason. Every bit of HP is as valuable as the last bit of HP. In this, you might be like, that's not true, health is a resource. Yeah, in Magic the Gathering, we're not getting anything out of getting tagged here. That Brimstone attack, like, look, I understand the theory of it. One day, I endeavor to be able to dodge it to the extent that chat feels like they're able to dodge it. But I guess I haven't hit that otherworldly level of gameplay yet. You seeing this damage? Why are we trying to dodge? We should literally just race him. We race him, we erase him. Saved. Not saved. Saved. Okay, that went totally fine. Honestly, that could have been a lot worse. As it wasn't perfect, but it could have been a lot worse. Okay, now, you start with the Holy Mantle here. Don't let it slip away. You knew that was coming for the first time ever. We actually prepared for that. You should get more damage done if you hit him in the head. Beautiful. Really didn't want to have to deal with that attack. Didn't get hit. That's what we love to see. Okay. Thank you, Relic, for paying out with a Spirit Heart. We can always dip into the lava for that HP later if we need it. That's a joke. Remember, you can stay at range. If you can't get in there, you can always just hold the button down. Still send some shots in there. Good placement. Good placement. Dude, I honestly feel like Vasculitis is actually like... Even if we get into a rough spot, Vasculitis will do damage to the boss, even if I'm not doing it myself. Okay, that's another Book of Revelations charge. Increasingly, it is dawning on me we are about to get our third straight true ending victory. That's not like the most incredible feat you'll ever see in this game. I thought I was trying to break the bomb like we did last time. It's not the most incredible thing you're ever going to see in Isaac, but it is kind of like, it's impressive given how badly I was doing lately. You gotta be like 2 hits away. Yeah. Okay. Alright. One more relic payout would really hit the spot, but apart from that, I'm not really sweating it. The unlocks are coming fast and furious. Maybe I should be sweating it. Yeah, like you literally just need to press a button to not take damage. It's like Dark Souls is so easy. Press a button to be invincible. I don't know why my rate of fire got so bad. Must be $3 bill. Okay. We took more damage than we should have. But we're still cruising, man. I don't see us dying here. We got serious damage potential. Look at this. Look at the damage that we're getting from vasculitis when the boss destroys the spires here. Like, it's a dream come true. Now, just hang back, do some range damage. No one ever went broke not taking damage. Doing just fine. Absolutely no need to take on too much risk here. There you go. It's actually kind of convenient, like because of the auto-scrolling. Oh no. Because of the auto-scrolling, we keep like an optimum distance here. I feel like you should just let him run into them. So, like, don't even bother shooting him. Just let him do the damage to himself. Should be toasted, man. Should be toasted. There we go. Great run. We did it again. I can't believe it, but we've unlocked Twisted Pair, which let's not even think about the connotations of that. Hey, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Got to stretch before the stream today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.